In his first ever public acknowledgement of Elon Musk-run Tesla's contribution to the world of electric vehicles, or EVs, US President Joe Biden has said that the country is building a reliable national public charging network to counter Chinese challenge in the EV market. Don't forget to watch the complete video to fully learn about Joe Biden's plans for Tesla. Biden's acknowledgement. Biden's acknowledgement came after Tesla CEO Musk repeatedly complained on Twitter about being ignored by his administration. From iconic companies like GM and Ford building out new electric vehicle production to Tesla, our nation's largest electric vehicle manufacturer, to innovative younger companies, manufacturing is coming back to America after decades, he said sometime earlier. In a tweet, the US president added, "China has been leading the electric vehicle race, but that's about to change. We're building a convenient, reliable, equitable national public charging network. It'll make America more economically competitive and help us tackle the climate crisis at the same time." The back and forth. Musk replied to his tweet just saying Tesla. This was followed up by Musk saying that Biden is treating the American public like fools after he met with executives from rival car companies General Motors and Ford Motor. Biden then invited GM CEO Mary Barra and Ford CEO Jim Farley to the White House, along with other business leaders, to discuss his administration's $1.75 trillion Build Back Better legislation, which was stalled in the evenly split Senate after U.S. Senator Joe Manchin, DWVA, refused to support the legislation. The massive spending bill would bump up the $7,500 tax credit to $12,500 for union-made electric vehicles and would also make GM and Tesla eligible for the existing tax credit again after they hit the 200,000 vehicle limit for the credit. Biden touted GM's recent $7 billion investment in Michigan to ramp up electric vehicle production. Companies like GM and Ford are building more electric vehicles here at home than ever before, the president tweeted after the meeting, prompting the response from Musk that Biden was treating the American public like fools. Musk also tweeted that Biden is a damp sock puppet in human form, and starts with a T, ends with an A, ESL in the middle. Not the first time. It is not the first time that Musk took on Biden. The electric vehicle pioneer said in September last year that the U.S. administration was maybe a little biased and seems to be controlled by unions. 2021 was a breakthrough year for Tesla and for electric vehicles in general, as the EV maker ended the year with $5.5 billion in net income compared to $721 million in 2020. For the full year 2021, the company delivered 936,172 vehicles, just short of the promised 1 million vehicles, but still an increase of 87% over the previous year. According to Gartner, 6 million electric cars, battery electric and plug-in hybrid, are likely to be shipped globally in 2022, up from 4 million in 2021. With China imposing a mandate on automakers requiring that EVs make up 40% of all sales by 2030 and automakers establishing new factories for manufacturing electric cars, Greater China will account for 46% of global EV shipments in 2022. North America is expected to be the third highest region in shipments of EVs this year, Gartner said. Praising them all. Alongside Tesla and others, Biden on Tuesday also praised fast charging equipment manufacturer Tritium for establishing a new manufacturing facility in Tennessee. And he praised Intel for its plans to build a major semiconductor chip factory in Ohio. Those semiconductors, microchips, power virtually everything in our everyday lives: cell phones, automobiles, refrigerators, the internet, the electric grid. Without semiconductors, those things cannot fully function, he noted. Increased domestic production of chips in the US, Biden said, would enable more manufacturing here and help ease inflation. One of the reasons automobiles cost so much is they're responsible for 1/5 of the recent inflation is because they lack semiconductors, said Biden. They're not able to build them quick enough, so the price goes up higher because there's fewer to sell. Then Biden named Tesla as an example of a company that has invested in American manufacturing. Since 2021, companies have announced investments totaling more than $200 billion in domestic manufacturing here in America. From iconic companies like GM and Ford building out new electric vehicle production to Tesla, our nation's largest electric vehicle manufacturer, to innovative younger companies like Rivian building electric trucks or Proterra building electric buses, the president said. No union talk. Biden uncharacteristically did not discuss unions much during the Tuesday event. While GM, Ford, and Proterra have unionized workers, Tesla's workforce in the US isn't unionized. Workforces for Rivian and other EV startups also aren't organized today. Biden did say other countries recognize what's happening here. They want to buy American as well. They're ready to bet on America and American workers. Workers who built the middle class earning good pay and benefits and the right to organize. Musk has vociferously opposed unions throughout his career as the CEO of Tesla, too. The reaction. A collective sense of validation rippled across the Tesla community on Tuesday, crowned off by a restrained celebration from Elon Musk, a simple emoji signaling ultimate contentment. No, the eccentric CEO hadn't been named Business Leader of the Year, again, nor had Tesla's stock price ascended to a new all-time high like the Roadster he launched into geostationary orbit 4 years ago. It was something more deeply gratifying than such commonplace accolades. President Joe Biden finally acknowledged to Americans across the country that it was Tesla and not General Motors or Ford leading the figurative charge on the EV revolution. The septuagenarian head of state walked right through his prepared comments as if they were nothing special. He didn't hang on the words or pause as if to make an apology for the belated nod to the world's most valuable car maker. The truth. In reality, Musk's company had for months been snubbed at every turn by the White House for one simple reason. Doing so kept the United Auto Workers happy. It's no small secret the president has been the most vocal champion of labor unions to sit behind the Oval Office's Resolute desk in recent memory. He said he makes no bones about his favoritism. His Build Back Better plan included a controversial federal tax credit specifically targeted at electric vehicles built by UAW workers. And this week, the administration released a 44-page report detailing proposals to promote collective bargaining among federal employees. Yet, while Musk and Jeff Bezos trade potshots and lawsuits over their separate races to the stars via SpaceX and Blue Origin, respectively, the two centibillionaires are bosom buddies when it comes to shutting organized labor out of their Tesla factories and Amazon warehouses. Gag. Biden's snub. Biden's snub has become a running gag in the Tesla scene, with some posting memes poking fun at it. Other, more emotionally invested fans felt it was an outright injustice. After all, GM managed to build just 26 electric vehicles for the fourth quarter, worldwide. 24 cars was the best it could do at the end of last year, and they were beset with battery cell issues from supplier LG Chem, which led to assembly lines for the Chevrolet Bolt shutting down. Tesla produced more than 300,000 during the very same period. Musk has had enough. Musk had about enough when POTUS tweeted from his official account that the future would be made by companies like GM and Ford. The notoriously thin-skinned CEO fumed that Biden was nothing but a damp sock puppet in human form, mocking him by jogging the words "starts with a T, ends with an A, ESL in the middle." Granted, calling the President of the United States a pedo guy probably wasn't an option in this instance. Bloomberg quickly devoted a piece to the subject titled, "Tesla. Who? Biden can't bring himself to say it, and Musk has noticed." The final straw came earlier this month when CNBC probed Biden economic advisor Brian Deese for answers on the ongoing snub. Confronted point blank, he danced around the issue. That's when John Kreider, a blogger with Clean Technica who makes jewelry on the side, launched an online petition to rectify the slight. "This is an insult to the Americans who work for Tesla," petition author John C. claimed, describing the gaslighting by Biden, Ford, and GM as petty and embarrassing. The petition. The petition, which collected some 58,000 signatures, then ended on a broader point that if Biden was manipulating Americans into believing GM was the EV market leader, what else could he be lying about? Motoring website Jalopnik covered the petition and, in a reference to the cult-like status of Musk, subsequently joked, Tesla followers want their God's accomplishments to humanity acknowledged. At long last, they have been. On a news day when two sitting U.S. senators formally wrote to Musk demanding answers about the safety of his partially automated vehicles on the roads, the biggest news in the community was the satisfaction that Biden had finally uttered the words "largest EV manufacturer" and "Tesla" in the same sentence. With that, we come to the end of this video. Consider subscribing to join in on the future fun.